Share, no problem.
Yes. So I started.
Should I start?
Just a moment. Okay, good morning to all of you. So this is Basanta Mehto. I am a faculty in ECE Department, IIMT College of Engineering, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. So here we are for a very special session on electric vehicle. So as we know very much, currently we are globally people are facing the issues like the pollution. So, and the alternate solution is the EV vehicles, because most of the peoples are using the vehicles related to the somehow not the CNG, basically either petrol or the diesel. And everywhere, not only in the vehicles, in the generator or some electronic gadgets are also using the petrols or the diesels. So the solution is the electric vehicle. But again the issue is electric vehicle is a new area or the new technology which is not very much popular to all of us. So for this today our guest speaker, we will talk about focus on this how the electric vehicle is works in the automotive industry, and how we can design and what are the advantages of the application of it. So for that today we have the speaker, renowned speaker, Dr. Pavitra Singh. He is a Dean R&D, Government College of Engineering, Munger, Bihar. He did his PhD from IIT, and he has a very rich experience in 21 years in teaching as well as the industry. He has a very good experience in industry, and he has around more than 30 research papers, and he has also nominated for Pillar of Nation. So we are very fortunate. We'll listen to this speaker basically, and awarded by Speaker Legislative Delhi. So without taking much more time, sir, please share your screen and start.
Yeah, is it visible? Yes, sir. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So, good morning, all of you, sir. And you have already given my introduction. So, I will proceed for the further slides. So, actually, in the recent scenario, we are using or planning to purchase electric vehicle. So before purchasing electrical vehicle or using it, we are having few questions in our mind. So first, the charging is cheaper or costly as compared to the conventional vehicles like car, bus, truck, motor, which are running by the use of fossil fuels. So first we have to consider that either our electrical vehicle is cheaper than the traditional vehicles or not. So actually, in the beginning, the cost of the vehicle is higher as compared to the conventional vehicle, but after few miles, suppose after 50,000 miles, it will be cheaper than the conventional vehicle, because the cost of the vehicle is higher as compared to the traditional vehicles. And are electric vehicles affordable? So this is actually costly, but affordable. So what type of electrical vehicle is best for our daily need? So we have to decide this problem. So various models are available in the market. So we have to select as per our purchasing capacity. Will an electrical vehicle go enough miles between fill-up centers? So actually, this is a major question in our mind. How can I charge the battery if I am the long route. So in our country, it is in, but problem is uh, there. So charging problem is there with the electric vehicle. So we have to decide how much we have to travel, and we will charge our vehicle because there is no availability of the charging centers. And should I buy new or used vehicle? So I think no one should prefer the used vehicle because the maximum cost of the vehicle depends on the battery, and we cannot judge the used vehicle battery how much life of this vehicle is left because cost of battery is very high. So we will not prefer the used vehicles, electric vehicles. How and where would I charge an electric vehicle? So this is another question. Where should I charge the electric vehicle? So we can install a charger in our home, or in the future it will be available everywhere in India. And recently it is working fine in abroad. So actually in India, some cities are having this facility, but not in all cities. So actually, there are four types of electric vehicles. First is the battery electric vehicle (BEVs). So this is also called the all electric vehicles (AEV). Another is the hybrid electric vehicle (HEV). So this is actually connected with the series hybrid or parallel hybrid. So it depends on the types of connection. Next is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, and last is the fuel cell electric vehicle. So we will use the fuel cells in the electric vehicle. So this is also new technology, and it is in the research areas. So it is going on. So main parts of the electric vehicle are electric engine, or you can say electric motor. So this motor will provide the power to rotate the wheel shaft. So actually, in any vehicle, we have to rotate the shaft which is connected to the vehicle wheels. So this electric motor will provide the rotations or RPM, round per minute. Okay, so this is the main part to transfer the rotation to the vehicle shaft. And another part is the inverter. So actually, we will convert the direct current into the alternative current. So this use of alternative current is more preferred as compared to the DC current, because in case of DC current, buses are used and the cyclic maintenance will be higher as compared to the alternative current. So next is the drive train. So electric vehicles have single speed transmission system. So actually in the electric vehicles, motor will provide the single speed transmission system, and we can regulate it as per our requirement. Another is the batteries. So actually power will be stored in the batteries, like in the conventional vehicles, power is stored in the fuel tank, means fuel is stored in the fuel tank. But in case of electric vehicles, the power will be stored in the batteries as a charge, and this battery will provide the power to the vehicle to run it continuously. And we need a charger to charge this battery. So there are five parts: electric motor, inverter, drivetrain, batteries, and charging. So charger will charge the battery will drive this electric motor, and inverter will convert the DC into AC, and this motor will rotate the shaft. of the vehicle, and the shaft will be connected to the wheels of the vehicle. So now we will talk about the reason to drive an electric vehicle. Yeah. So we have to consider two things: the lifetime of the vehicle and its maintenance cost. So actually, the lifetime cost means we are purchasing an electric vehicle and it is running by the use of clean energy or electricity. The electricity will be stored in the battery. Okay, so the lifetime cost of the vehicle depends on the life of battery. Okay, so initial cost of the vehicle is very high due to use of batteries because batteries are costly, and it depends on the life cycle of the battery. So once we have purchased the set of batteries, so thousands of batteries will be there in a vehicle, and this will run 5 years, more than 5 years. So it depends on the battery life. So lifetime cost will be calculated as per the requirement and lower maintenance cost. So in case of the traditional engines or vehicles, there are various devices or elements of the engine like piston ring, cylinder, connecting rod, crankshaft, shaft, and valve timing diagrams, inlet, outlet valves, intake manifold, carburetor, so MPFI, and radiator. So various parts are involved in the traditional vehicle, but in case of the electric vehicle, only electric motor, inverter, charger, and drive mechanism. So limited parts are used in this electrical vehicle. So cost of maintenance is low. So cyclic maintenance of this vehicle is very low as compared to the traditional vehicles. So So this is the difference between the electric car or electric vehicle and a traditional vehicle. So in case of the traditional vehicle, we use the sensors, oxygen sensors to sense the oxygen level, catalytic converter, ignition coils, and fuel tank, fuel supply system, ignition coils, mass airflow sensors, spark plug, and wires, control valves, solenoids. So these additional accessories are required in the conventional vehicles. But in case of the electric vehicles, there is no need of changes, no need of spark plug, no need of smoke check, and no timing band is there, long lasting brakes, and up to 35% decrease cost over time, and as compared to the traditional engine or vehicle. This is preferred because in the traditional vehicles, number of elements are involved. So finally, we will prefer the electric vehicle to reduce the maintenance cost. So now we will talk how it works. So actually, electricity access through the plug. So in this car, you can see this is connected with the electric supply board, and this AC voltage will be converted by the converter, and this DC voltage will be stored in this battery, and this battery will be connected to the electric motor, and before the transferring the current to this electric motor, we will convert this DC voltage into the AC voltage. So we will connect the converter, So we will prefer the alternative current to run this motor, and this motor will drive these wheels. So this rotation of the motor will be transferred to this wheel on the axle of this wheel. So this is the concept of this simple battery electric vehicle. And there are advantages and disadvantages of this electric vehicle. Simple, low maintenance electric motor is used in this vehicle, and many choices of vehicles are available in the market. So various models of different companies are available, like Tesla, etc. And disadvantages are fill up timing charges higher, because we can fill the tank easily at the petrol pump within minutes, but charging time in electric vehicle is higher as compared to the refilling the fuel tank of our traditional vehicles. And charging next city where I will find charge. One more question. This is very difficult thing. We have to search where should I charge if charge is very low in our battery of electric vehicle. And range. So how much distance I have to cover between one electric charging center to another electric charging center. So this is the problem in our country right now, but it is to be solved in the coming days. So another is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So actually, in this case, we will use both the things: conventional or traditional means system of the running vehicle, and another is the battery system or electric vehicle system. So actually this is a gas station. Suppose this is the fueling system. So fuel tank is there in this car, and this fuel tank will run the engine, and engine will transmit the power to the shaft of this vehicle, and this will rotate this wheel, and this car will be driven. So this is a traditional system, and another is household electricity. We will charge this battery at our home, and this battery will transfer the electricity to this motor, and this motor will drive this car. Okay, so we will use maximum electricity to run this car, but in case of the low charge or unavailability of the charging system, then we can use the fuel, petrol or diesel fuel in this car. So this car will be dual kind of car, dual kind of the engine system. One is the electric vehicle, another is a traditional engine. So both engines will be there, electric engine and the petrol fuels engine. So this is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So this is the advantages and disadvantages of this PHEV system. So actually many choices are available for the vehicle in our market, and versatile fuel sources there, long driving range is also there. So previously the range of the driving of electric vehicle was very short, but day to day it is increasing, and the torque capacity of the vehicle was very low previously, but right now it can avail the higher torque to carry the load. And previously it was very low, and the speed of the vehicle of the electric vehicle was very low previously. Right now it is going on to increase the speed of the vehicle. So vehicle speed, carrying capacity, load carrying capacity are increasing day by day. But this is the disadvantages of the PHEV: more maintenance cost of two engines, two fuels, relies on gasoline to power internal combustion engine. So this is case of the internal combustion engine, and this is case the case of the electric vehicle. So in case of the electric vehicle, we have to face the we have the choices of the vehicle, versatile fuel source, long driven range. So it is improved as compared to the previous years. And now we will talk about a regular hybrid system. So in this case, we will club both the things, conventional vehicle and electric vehicle system. Simply fuel tank to run this engine and this battery to run this motor, and this motor will drive the vehicle. So So actually, relies on the gasoline to power internal combustion. So in case of the internal combustion engine, means which is running by the use of the gasoline, petrol, and diesel. So in case of internal combustion engine, we are using various parts. But in electric motor increases fuel efficiency and decreasing emissions. So actually, in the internal combustion engines or traditional engines, emissions are very high in the surroundings. In case of the electric motors, it is reduced or decreased, or it is almost negligible as compared to the traditional means engines. And driving using electric motor at low speed and while crossing, and battery automatically recharge while driving. In this case, when this car will be driven by the use of the petrol fuels, the battery of this car will be charged automatically. So initially, if we are using the petrol or diesel in our car to drive it, so the some part of the energy will be stored in this battery to charge this battery, and then we can recharge this battery at home also. So in this system, there are two things. This fuel is running this engine, and the power is transmitted to this wheel, and some part of this power will be restored in this battery. So this is the regular hybrid system. So there are three levels of the charging. So actually, charging stations are known as electric vehicle supply equipments, EVSE. So there are three levels. In the first level, we will charge overnight for the 16 hours. In level 2, we will charge around 3.5 hours. This is actually for the longer step, and DC fast charging will be for the 30 minutes. So these three levels of the charging system are involved in this battery electric vehicle system. So charging speed depends on the two things: charger and the vehicle acceptance rate. So this charging speed depends on the charger rate, means how much voltage this charger is flowing to charge this battery. So the time of charging depends on the charger and the capacity of the battery. So these three levels are used in the electric vehicle charging system. So what we did dedicated 120 volt circuit destined outlet. So actually we use the normal supply of 120 volt in our homes. So this will be converted into the DC voltage, and then it will be restored in the battery, and the battery will be connected to the motor. Before motor, we have to convert the DC to AC if we are using the alternative current. How it works, plug in the charging cord that comes with the electric vehicles. So get 4 to 5 miles of range per hour, regardless of the vehicles. Best sorter commutes 30 to 40 miles per day and longer charges time. So normally we use the 30 to 40 miles per day as a normal use. And what is needed, dedicated 240 volt, 15 to